Hi everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your experience of learning German is going well. In this lesson, I'd like to help you to further your knowledge of stem changing verbs in the present tense in German. We last studied the verb fahren, so this is a short little quiz, a short little test. If you haven't studied the verb fahren yet, you might want to watch my previous video. So in this video, I'm going to quiz you. How well do you know fahren? Can you guess the right form? So we're going to take a short little quiz. So remember, fahren is a stem changing verb. It is a verb that follows the A to the A umlaut pattern. Remember that fahren means to drive, or it means to go by vehicle. There's a different verb for the general meaning to go, which is gehen, but fahren means to go in the sense of you're going by a vehicle, so that's implied. So remember, to find the stem, you remove the en from the infinitive, and since fahren is a stem changing verb, the stem will sometimes have the a and sometimes it has the a umlaut, and knowing which form takes the a or the a umlaut is generally a matter of memorization, and it's a matter of memorizing through practice. So that's how native speakers do it. So we're going to practice here. You ready for the quiz? Let's check this out. Okay, so this is a type of exercise you'll find in a textbook, sometimes in class. You're given some elements and you have to put it together in a complete sentence. So I have ich, the subject pronoun ich, which is I. We have the verb fahren, which means to drive or to go, and then nach Berlin, to Berlin. So what you want to say is I drive to Berlin, or I'm driving to Berlin, or I go to Berlin. So it's up to you now. How would you write that in a complete sentence? You can pause the video for a second while you think about it. You might want to jot it down or write it somewhere on whatever device you're using. Okay, so the answer is I drive to Berlin, I'm driving to Berlin, or I go to Berlin. Remember, when you say I go to Berlin, by some type of vehicle is implied. So the answer is Ich fahre nach Berlin. Ich fahre nach Berlin. Notice there's no umlaut here. The ich form does not have the stem change. Okay, here's the next one. We want to ask a question. How would you ask somebody, are you driving to Berlin or are you going to Berlin? So remember, for questions, we reverse the word order, so the verb form will be first, then the subject pronoun. So pause if you need to jot it down, and the answer is Fährst du nach Berlin? Fährst du nach Berlin? Are you driving to Berlin? Notice it does have the umlaut. How did I know that? Well, I just do. You know that the do form takes the umlaut. Fährst du nach Berlin? Okay, here's our next question on the quiz. So we have we fahren, drive or go, nach Berlin. So you want to ask the question in German. Are we driving to Berlin or are we going to Berlin? So the answer is Fahren wir nach Berlin? Fahren wir nach Berlin? Fahren wir nach Berlin? Are we driving to Berlin? Are we going to Berlin? Here's the next one. The subject pronoun he, fahren nach Berlin. So we want to say in German, he drives to Berlin, he is driving to Berlin, or he goes to Berlin, he is going to Berlin. So how would you write that and say that in German? Fährt nach Berlin. Fährt nach Berlin. So notice for this one, we do have the stem change, fährt. Fährt nach Berlin. So how did you do? Did you get them all right? If not, you might want to play that part of the video again, try it again, and Let me just show you the conjugation of the verb fahren. So notice the ich form does not have the stem change, ich fahre, but the you, he, and she forms do. Du fährst, fährt, sie fährt. And notice also the change in pronunciation. Entschuldigung, das war mein Handy. Excuse me, that was my phone. Forgot to turn it off. Okay. Fahre, fährst, fahre, fährst, fahre, fährst. Fährt, sie fährt, fahren, fahren. So the formal you doesn't have the stem change. And then for the plural subject pronouns, there are no stem changes in these forms. So wir fahren, we go. Ihr fahrt, you go. Sie fahren, you go. And sie fahren, they go. Okay, well that's it for this lesson/quiz. I'll see you in the next lesson. Auf Wiedersehen.